everyone, it's me, Cassidy Quinn. Now, have you guys ever wanted to make a video, whether it's a vlog, a report, or just a home movie, but you don't have a cameraman, and you're making the video by yourself, and you don't want to use the webcam that's stuck in your computer because then you can't move anywhere. So how can you record yourself, but also make sure that you stay in the frame of the video the whole time? Well, for me, when I make my vlogs, I set up my camera, put it on the tripod, start recording, then after a few seconds, I stop recording, run back to my camera, play the video back, and see if I'm in the frame, and if I'm not, I keep repeating that process until I'm actually in the frame and it all works out. But that's a tedious process. It's really annoying. It takes a long time. It uses up a lot of battery power from my camera and a lot of memory space, and it's just pretty obnoxious. But lucky for all of us video makers or wannabe video makers out there, there is a new gadget in town that is up and coming, and it might solve that exact problem, and it's called the Satarii Star. So right now, through the interwebs, all the way down in California, on the other end of this Skype call, is Brian Lamb, who is one of the founders of the Satarii Star. So thank you so much for talking to me today, Brian.
Thank you for having me.
And so first off, could you just explain, if someone hasn't heard about the Satarii Star before, what exactly is this gadget?
Well, it's a mobile accessory that you mount your mobile phone on or any kind of mobile video recording device, and with a little marker that you clip on your clothing or hold, it allows the camera to then follow you, so you don't have to worry about being within the image field of view. It just keeps you there, and that makes it very easy for you to capture yourself while you're doing video blocking or any kind of video activity.
And how did you guys come up with this idea for the Satarii Star?
Well, we started doing some research on the use of video in sports, and it turned out that we found that people were using video a lot, but were pretty self-conscious about having other people capture them. And so the idea came up that we'd want to create a tool that would allow them to capture themselves, and just turned out that a lot more people than just sports participants wanted to use it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, a lot of times when I make videos, I ask my friends to help me. I haven't done it in a while, but sometimes every once in a while I need someone to record me. Last summer, actually, I was making a video, and I was running around, and I was doing some sporty athletic things, and so I couldn't record myself, but it was definitely embarrassing, and I felt bad making my friends stand around and waste their time recording me.
There's very few people that feel comfortable when a camera gets held up in their face, and on demand you have to start speaking or swinging a golf club or you're really doing anything.
Yeah, exactly. And how long have you guys been working on this?
Surprisingly, almost 2 years now. It's taken a while first to figure out how to technically do it, and that took a good year of work. And then the last year's been spent trying to drum up the support we need to get the product launched. And
you guys, I saw, did an Indiegogo campaign, right?
Yeah, that was we did that partly to sell some prototypes and partly to get some awareness out there around our products so that we could give a better sense to investors what kind of market opportunity there was. And it turned into a very big success, and actually just recently led to us being able to raise enough money to get the product out on the market. So we're on a fast track now, and we're going to try to launch the product late this year.
That's exciting.
Yeah, both my partner and I will be doing a lot of late nights. We're actually hopping on a plane to Taiwan on Sunday night, meeting with our manufacturer, and really just hustling to get it out the door.
Wow, Taiwan? That's really far away. How long is the plane ride to Taiwan?
It's 13 hours to get there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. But it's the reality of making products like this is that everything is made over there, and so that's kind of where you have to do it.
Now, you said that you think people use it for sports or video blogging, all kinds of things. What do you think is the main thing people can use it for?
I really think it's about self-broadcasting. So whether it's video blogging or some other professional activity, it's really about taking who you are and what you do and being able to enable you to send that out to a lot of other people. And that's the core use right out of the gate. I think it gets broadened out. There might be some uses for just general video chat and things like that. But I really think what's coming in the future here is that a lot of people are going to be communicating by video about who they are, what they do on a regular basis. So a tool like this becomes very important.
And what cameras will the Satarii Star work for?
Well, so the way we're designing it is it's going to hold any mobile phone, and it's going to have some cool functions and features that are built into, at least initially, iPhone and iOS devices. Mm-hmm. But then it's going to get shipped with a small accessory that will have a tripod nut on it, so that people that have a flip video camera codec cameras, really anything that's a pocket-sized video camera should work with it.
What about the Android phones?
The next version of the software-enabled product will be an Android one, so it's just a matter of having enough resources to get it out on the market. Our current target is launch the iPhone version in late this year, and then middle of next year launch the Android version.
Okay, very cool. And how does the phone attach to it? Does it just sticks right in there?
Yeah, it'll have a little spring-loaded clip, kind of like what webcams look like. They clip to the top of your computer, something like that. And so it should be adaptable to a couple of different form factors and hold things.
And if let's say someone has an iPhone and a flip video camera, would they have to buy two separate gadgets, or just...
No, the little accessory that holds the flip camera would come in the box with the product, so you can just swap them in and out as much as you want.
That's handy.
Yeah.
And like you said, it will attach to a tripod, you said, which I think is one of the really cool things about it, because right now, at least for me, my phone does not attach to a tripod. And when I found that flip video cameras were going to stop being made, one of the things I thought was, well, I'm not going to use my phone to make videos because it doesn't attach to a tripod. So with this, it would be able to attach to a tripod if it was in the Satarii Star. Yeah,
it should work for pretty much any tripod out there. There's some really small ones that I probably wouldn't recommend you mount them on, but anything from like a Joby tripod up to a more standard professional tripod should work great.
And now most phones coming out today, I know I just got this new phone a couple days ago, and it has a front-facing camera on it, like a lot of phones that are coming out these days. So how do you think that will change the way that people use the Satarii Star, or the way that you guys market it to people, because people will be able to see if they're in the frame and what they're recording?
Well, so I think that the use case that enables right away is the video chat. So it makes it very easy for you to chat with friends, family, or whatever. And our device will hold mobile phones front-facing and rear-facing. So you can pretty much use it however you want. My hunch is that over time, people doing self-video are going to want to always use the front-facing camera. And so even though the resolution's not quite there yet, that'll get better over time. And pretty soon that for any kind of self-videography, that's going to be the camera that people will want to use. Because it's just easier when you can see yourself.
Yeah, so. I know. I hadn't ever even tested it out on anyone else's phone, but then when I got this phone a couple days ago, my mom was like, of course the first thing you would do is take a picture of yourself, but I wanted to test out the front-facing camera.
Yeah. I suspect the iPhone 5 is going to come out with a really nice front-facing camera, and I don't know exactly your model, what it is, but my hunches are going to keep getting better and better.
Mm-hmm. And so you said the way that the Star follows you is that it has a marker, and you can clip it on or hold it, and it will follow that marker. But what happens if you put the marker in your pocket? If it can't see it, does it still work the same?
We've got some tricks up our sleeve that allow it to track for a little while, but right now it won't do it for more than a couple of seconds. Mm-hmm. So it's probably a couple years of development before we can get to the point where you can just drop it in your pocket and forget about it. Mm-hmm. So we've got some ideas and some things under development, but most of our focus is on just getting it out there to start with.
And I saw in the video that you guys put on the Indiegogo campaign page that it was you in the video and were running pretty fast away from the camera, and it seemed to follow you pretty quickly. So that works. It goes really fast like that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's actually quite quick. The real challenge and the thing that we're spending all of our development time on is making it so it's quiet and smooth. The speed is pretty easy, actually.
That's interesting. It seems like it would be hard to make it move that fast, but
it
looks like it works. And when I first emailed you about the Satarii Star, you told me that you guys are thinking of putting a microphone in the marker. So is that something that's going to end up in the final product?
Yes, maybe. It's not been made public yet, but it is a feature we're looking at. Yep, definitely. Yeah. So there's a couple of features that we're looking at, and as I mentioned, there's going to be some, with iOS devices, there's going to be some software that ships with the first product as well. So there's going to be some extra features that come along with that.
And I saw that you guys just came out with some Satarii Star merchandise. So what kind of things could people buy if they wanted to?
Well, right now it's just a T-shirt. And we may expand that later, but we had it turned out we shipped some T-shirts to our spokesperson, Shay Carl, And of course, he did a vlog about that. And given the fact that he's got a lot of subscribers, generated a bunch of interest. So we decided to put a few more shirts on an online store and give people the option to pick one up. So for $15 right now, people can go pick that up.
And do people just buy those through your website?
Yeah, it's through District Lines. If you go to our website, you'll see a link to it, and you can go to District Lines, which basically specializes in e-stores for merchandise like that. And so it's all set up through them, and all the payment processing's through them.
And once you guys start actually producing and selling the Satarii Star, do you guys have any other gadgets up your sleeve? Any other ideas you've come up with?
Yeah, we have a whole roadmap of ideas that extend from this product that are both features within the product as well as software capabilities, and that'll kind of get revealed over time. And then we've got a couple other ideas on how to go in different directions as well. So our goal is to build a company and have a portfolio of pretty cool products.
Cool. And how can people find out when the Satarii Star actually is available and how to buy it?
Well, all you need to do is tune into our Facebook page, our Twitter, or our blog, and we're going to be making it pretty loud and clear on all those channels and trying to get the word out as far as possible.
And you said you're hoping that the iOS and iPhone one will be available later this year?
That's right. That's right. So what we'll be doing is we'll probably open it up for a brief pre-order around the November timeframe, and then we'll be shipping shortly after that.
Very cool. Very exciting. Just in time for Christmas, hopefully.
Yeah. Exactly.
And is there anything else you think anyone out in the interwebs, out on YouTube, should know about the Satarii Star?
Just that a lot of what we're working on was based on what we learned from potential customers through the crowdfunding. So our hope is that this is the first commercially launched product that's really been built off of that interactive community. So we're excited to see how it gets received.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to see how it works out too.
Thank you, and thanks for your interest.
Yes, thank you so much for talking to me today, and good luck to you in finalizing the product, and I hope to see it on shelves or online, the online shelves, sometime soon.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.
Thanks.